Talk about the men's at 200 meters then, and Bryan Levell, who had a spanking semi-final run. But first of all, let's hear from him.
I was just building on from yesterday and do one better from last year and make it to the final.
Yeah, and speaking of the final, what can we expect in that final from you? 19-7 in the semi, 19-8 in the heats. The final will be electrifying, no doubt.
Definitely will be electrifying. Just for me to go out there and give it my all.
That gold medal.
Hopefully I can do it for tomorrow.
A man of few words. He says hopefully he can get the gold medal tomorrow. Warren, where are you more convinced that you are looking at a medal candidate or someone who will finish in the medals or even win the gold medal based on his semi-final performance than you were after you saw his splendid first round yesterday?
So we didn't talk about the dark horses as yet, but I do have Bryan Levell as my dark horse, and he's looking more and more each round as a contender. Coming into the championship, my only concern was just not seeing him run those times so often or back-to-back, but he has definitely shown us this championship that he can run it easy and look so composed. We're yet to see him look like he's sprinting, and there's a fact out there that I will leave to Bruce. Bruce will tell you the fact after I know what he's going to say. But Bryan Levell, 1978, looking so cool and composed, and he's in lane 7. He's in the middle of the pack. He's ready to go.
Bruce, yeah, Warren has you all summed up.
Yeah, he does. And, you know, Ryan and I have not discussed this, though we probably should have, that when Warren Ware got his silver at the World Championships, he did so in 19.79 seconds behind Usain Bolt. Today we saw Bryan Levell run the second fastest time at 19.78. Thanks for that, Warren. I hope I hit it out of the park. Thank you. All right. More importantly, though, can you imagine that to get to the final, you had to go sub-20? 1997? I mean, if you don't go sub-20, you don't get to the finals. That is crazy running. I have to give big kudos, though, to the other two Jamaicans, both setting personal best and not qualifying. 20.08?
Yes.
20.08 for Adrian Carr. Breaking that Bush League 20.09, where like, yeah, man, I did it legit for those haters. Yeah, Adrian, we saw it, 20.08, and then Kobe running 20.21.
Yes, back-to-back personal best performances for Christopher Taylor because he did 20.26 seconds in the first round. David Riley, I want to talk a little bit about Noah Lyles. He ran 19.51, and I see a number of individuals on social media saying he had no need to run that fast. When I looked at it, I thought to myself, Noah Lyles is trying to put something in the minds of all the other competitors, and maybe specifically the Jamaican Bryan Levell, because he's looked so good. I thought it was a brilliant move from Noah Lyles. Mr. Coach, what do you make of it?
Well, Lyles had a race, and this was a race. I mean, think about the persons who are in that.
Was it really?
It's a race.
At what point?
You're expected, based on the name and the quality of the athletes, you would expect that he's going to run. He's not going to take any chances.
He won by 8 meters, David.
No, that wasn't 8 meters. That was not even close to 8 meters.
A little exaggeration.
Yes, but he had to run. He had to run. Noah Lyles is the person that you'd use as an example of the person playing games with people. And, you know, he wants to get into the headspace of Leavell and the others to let them know that, hey, you know, whatever dream you have to get past me. I mean, you don't decide on what time you run.
Yes.
You execute, and then they tell you what time you did it in. So I don't think he had necessarily planned to run 9. He was just running.
So you don't think he was trying to drop something?
No, I don't think so.
Warren Ware?
Knowing Noah, we had a chance of training together for a few years. Seeing him grown, seeing how he has commanded space. He said in the Heats interview that the field made him come out here in the semi-final and run this fast. He said he wasn't planning to run fast rounds, but he has to show them what time it is. This is Noah's baby. Just like you say, doesn't want to lose a 200, this is Noah's baby. And if you want to send a threat, he sent a threat every round. And he was running to send a threat, whether it was fast or slow, he wanted to let them know that, listen, you guys have to run faster than this to beat me tomorrow.
Bruce, is there anything to suggest that he won't be able to repeat Noah Lyles or even go faster in the final?
No. Noah's been there, done that, Olympic champion, world champion. He's owned the 200 meters. He is the third fastest man in the history of the 200 meters behind the two Jamaicans, Usain Bolt and Johan Blake. Hail up, Johan. So, yeah, he's been there and done that. Broke the American record, an unbreakable American record by Michael Johnson in 1932 when he ran 1931. So Noah Lyles can and will, I believe, repeat. The real challenge is, did he have to use so much energy? Perhaps not. His PB, his season best rather, coming in 1963. He ran 1951, and you saw the gap that in Ricardo Chambers' mind was about 8 meters. That's how far he looked ahead of Zarnell Hughes, who lives and trains here in Jamaica. And in fact, we should point out 4 men from that semi-final got into the final. So that was actually the quickest, not just from the winning perspective, but the time qualifiers coming from that as well.
Coach, how many meters was it?
That's about maybe 5 meters.
5 meters, yeah. Okay. David Riley measures tracks every day for a living.
Wish.
Oh, not for a living, you just measure tracks.
I just assist.
You just assisted in measuring tracks. All right, I'm not going to force you guys, but are you ready to call it now, the men's 200 meters?
All right, well, let's make sure the facts are out there. The reigning Olympic champion, Tebogo, still has not broken through. He was in Bryan Levell's race. You may not have seen him because he was so far behind Bryan, easing down.
Not 8 meters, though.
Not 8 meters. So suddenly the Olympic champion, the reigning world athlete, male athlete of the year from World Athletics perspective, is looking really vulnerable. And he has not gotten past 1976 this year. So I think he's the one who's vulnerable when it comes to the podium. Ben Darrick still has a season best 1967, and now, I think the best looking, and I'm biased because I love Jamaica, but the best looking has been Bryan Levell, easing up, relaxing, being surprised at his times. I love when athletes are surprised at how well they ran, because what that says is that the coach is really doing the running here. The coach has prepared you so well that you're like, wow, I didn't know I could go so fast, being so easy. So let's say it's Lyles and Leavell. The real challenge Lyles is going to have, I don't think he has run against an athlete in the last 3 years who just does not come back. You don't see Leavell shortening. Other athletes, Ben Darrick kind of gets a little tight. Even Tebogo has lost to Lyles by getting tight. Lyles lost last year, coming third behind Ben Darrick and Tebogo when he apparently got COVID. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, Bruce thinks it's going to be an L&L battle. David, you have 15 seconds.
Well, I haven't seen the lane draws. So
he knows the lane draws. Tell him.
I can tell you. So Bryan Levell is going to be in lane number 7. Right. Ben Darrick is going to be in 8, and Lyles will be in 6 with Tebogo in 5.
Okay, so it's a foot race on the curve. I think Leavell will survive. Okay.
Warren, are you ready to call it? I give you 15 seconds if you're ready to call it.
Giving a 200 man who's passionate about this event.
I'm giving you a world record time, Warren. I'm giving you a world record time.
All I'm saying, the race will be won off the turn. Whoever gets off the turn first and hold it to the middle of the track will win.
So you're saying Leavell will win? Because I don't see anybody beating Leavell off the curve. And Lyles is unlikely to beat at least seconds. 2 off the curve. We
have Zarnell in front. Zarnell is going to pull Kenny. Kenny's going to pull Leavell. Leavell is going to pull Lyles. It's going to be a race. It's going to be a very, very fast race. Somebody's going to cry.